Hey, everybody. So I want to start like a new segment on this channel. Let's recap some news maybe that you guys didn't hear, a little bit of what's going on in the nation. All right, let's get started. So first headline we want to talk about is the soldier in Texas border operation missing and feared to have drowned. Officials they dismissed reports that the body of a soldier who was part of a security operation overseen by the governor has been found. So he has not been found. National Guard soldier who was part of the border security operation overseen by the state's governor, Greg Abbott, went missing on Friday amid fears the soldier might have drowned in the Rio Grande. We are aware of reports of a fatality, although those reports are inaccurate, the statement said. In an interview with the Washington Examiner, a sheriff described how the soldier ended up in the water. So what happened was that he went in to rescue a woman in the Rio Grande who was trying to cross illegally, ended up not making it back out. This is from Bill Malugin. Bill Malugin is a Fox News news anchor who is basically just stationed at the border because there's so much going on in the borders. First photos of 22-year-old Texas National Guard SPC Bishop E. Evans of Arlington, Texas, who has been missing since Friday morning and is presumed to have drowned in the Rio Grande in Eagle Pass after he jumped in to save lives. Our prayers definitely, I'll say a prayer for the family. I just hope they're able to bring him home. Center for Immigration Studies.org, 1.06 million CBP encounters at the southwest border thus far. And, in 2022, last year, there were like 2 million encounters. We never heard these numbers before. We never heard these kind of numbers. And this isn't about Donald Trump was the best. No, we didn't hear Obama, Bush, nobody. This is insane. These numbers are crazy. Last month, we had 221,303 illegal immigrants at the border. They released 80,000 of those immigrants into the interior. But you know what else is coming through the border? Massive amounts of fentanyl, massive illegal guns. Everybody says they want gun control and everything, but nobody's talking about the border that's wide open. We don't have space for all these people. I don't care who it is coming to that border. I don't care if they're Haitian. I don't care. I'm Haitian. And so I'm not being hypocritical. Like, I don't care. Like, number one, it's inhumane to actually have this many people come through a border. That trip through that border is not safe. You run into drug cartels, there's trafficking, there's everything. So it's not even safe for them to come through. A lot of people die on their way here, right? Your tax dollars pays for this, just so you know. Your tax dollars pay for it. I always go back to the tax dollars, right? So the government has gotten to the point where, they just don't even care. The American citizen is getting the last straw. You don't get vetted at the border. We're not going to do a background check. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? We can't do it. So you know how many criminals, terrorists coming through? Here is a headline. Suspect killer David Bonola was in country illegally at the time of Orsalia Gal slay, sources say. So what happened? A handyman accused of killing Queen's mom, Orsalia Gal, was living here illegally, the Post learned. David Bonola, a 44-year-old Mexican national, entered the U.S. from Mexico about 21 years ago. Okay, it was 21 years ago, but still, doesn't matter. According to the NYPD and law enforcement sources revealed Friday that he was living in New York in violation of immigration law when busted Wednesday for Gal's horrific slaying. One more person that ought not to be here in the first place committed a crime. And so apparently he took this woman and he stabbed her like 40 something times, put her in a bag. I mean, just egregious murder to this lady. Yeah, this woman right here, stabbed her up, killed her, put her in a bag. She lost her life. I don't know what the background story is. If there even is a background story, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I don't want to be killed by nobody, but that's somebody who was here 21 years illegally and then committed a crime after 21 years, probably committed more. Listen, of course, people need to want to come here for more opportunities. My parents did, but you got to come in, you got to get vetted. It has to be done a certain way. It has to be done legally. It cannot be 2 million people coming through. Last year was like 2 million. It can't be. I don't think that's saying anything wrong. I know that's not saying anything wrong. So apparently a climate activist lit himself on fire on Earth Day outside the Supreme Court building, and he's died. 50-year-old man from Boulder, Colorado. He went to Washington, D.C. and he set himself ablaze. I had heard about that. He was airlifted to the hospital. Apparently, this is him right here. This guy was my friend. He mediated our Sangha Buddhist community. This act is not suicide. This is a deeply fearless act of compassion to bring attention to the climate crisis. We are piecing together info, but he had been planning it for at least 1 year. So I'm going to get a little bit spiritual, a little bit. But this is a part of me, guys, so I talk about everything. So my thing is this, like, for me, I do believe in God, and I know that, yes, I am supposed to take care of the home that he gave me, but I understand that I am not of this world. That does not mean that, now you toss everything in the streets, stuff like that. But I'm never going to get to the point of the earth where I'm going to set myself ablaze. Secondly, so that's a spiritual standpoint about it. This is now, crossing over into a mental health issue. Oh, he's been planning it for a year. Like, no, they didn't think that maybe he should seek help, send him to crisis or something. Let's talk about this. Maybe it's not as bad as you think, or maybe we can put this energy into something else. I mean, people become activists about certain things, and it's like nowadays I'm finding that activists are really not stable. Who is stable, right? Who really is stable? But somebody should have helped that man. This is not, so this is the part where we don't affirm delusional behavior. We don't say, yeah, that's a good idea to do that. We say, you know what? Whoa, we're taking it a little too far. I think the battle will be better with you alive in it. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to this man. And please, people, if it's never worth doing this. Sorry, it's not. This particular story, I tried to find it everywhere, but a lot of places aren't talking about this. Multiple large food processing and distribution plants in the US have recently exploded or burned down. Okay, this is from April 21, 2022. As food uncertainty lingers on the horizon, thanks to US sanctions and government decimation of the economy during the past 2 years, there is another factor contributing to the problem. Since the beginning of the year, there have been several very large food processing facilities that have exploded or burned to the ground across the US. This week, a vegetable and nut processing facility in Defer, Oregon, became engulfed in flames for unknown reasons. All right, so lights flickered, they heard a pop, and it went up to check it. It was a fire. A week before, in Oregon, massive fire brought down a meat processing plant in Conway, New Hampshire. It's not only food production and distribution plants, either in Maricopa, Arizona. In March, a massive fire wiped out the Maricopa Food Pantry, which distributes food to the less fortunate. More than 50,000 pounds of food was destroyed in a blaze that lasted for 24 hours. That fire is also under investigation. How many times does something have to happen before we start saying, like, this is a pattern? Well, what are we going to do, right? We're not going to find the Cape fire starter. Okay. So what do we do? We need to prepare. I bought and this isn't an ad, nobody's giving me sponsorship, but I did buy some survival, Patriot Supply. I bought a tub of it. I'm gonna buy more. I'm just picking up little things as I go. Do I believe that I'm gonna run out of food in 5 months? No, I don't think so, but it's good to be prepared because something is going on. And it's one of those things that it's not a fluke thing. It's not, then they'll say to you oh, well, it's because Putin is invading Ukraine. Well, but what does him invading Ukraine have to do with me over here and our plans busting into blazes? I am giving you the information and you infer from it what you want. But here's the thing, whether it's on purpose or not, it is good to be prepared for situations like this. So I definitely wanted to let y'all know that was going on. Little recap of what's been going on. If you like this video, if you like anything about me, anything that you heard today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, do the whole thing. I need your help. Beat the algorithm. All right. Thank you. I'll see you at the next one. Bye.